A word I like a lot lately in talking about lost coin, Zen practice, is research. It's not a word that would have been used traditionally, but when we look at what we're doing when we do meditation practice and other practices, we are doing research. We're looking into the mind. And it's not so different than what we might do if we were a scientist and astronomer looking into space. By looking into space, we find out what is there. There's no other way. So whether we do it with a telescope or we do it with by flight, that's what we're doing. The same thing in the practice. We're looking into the mind and seeing what we find there. Now, when we look back at the whole history of something like Buddhism, where people have been looking at the mind that way for a couple of thousand years, the fact that they all come up with something very similar, see similar states of mind, see what they call realization, the oneness of things, what things are made of, what mind is not so unusual. Because perhaps the answer is very simple. That's what's in there. That's why they see it. Now that wouldn't be such a hard conclusion to come to in outer space. If you keep going into outer space and seeing Mars, you say, yeah, that's what's there. Mars, or black holes, that's what's there. Black holes. Now our question today is, in today's society, is what do we do with that? We have certain very old understandings, and one of the things that we really need to do is put it in a more modern language and put it in a modern context. There is a tendency to believe that what was discovered a long time ago is not true, and therefore we need new truths. I don't think that's the case. What we need is truths that are put in a form that can be understood and utilized today by people who are training for that, by people who are collaborating with others for that, by people who want to develop that further. And in a way, talking about this is very abstract, but when you bring it down to your daily life, it's very concrete. Something really simple, like 2,000 years ago, people already understood by looking into the mind how much fear inhibited us, and made us unable to talk. And how much fear would stop us from the things we wanted to do, from discovering things, from knowledge, how much it would scare us. For some people it scares us today, the idea of us becoming transhuman, becoming part machine, or going into outer space and leaving. Fear has been everything, and it's nice to understand that abstractly, but it's also nice to understand that very personally through practices where you see that your idea of happiness, your idea of the things you want to learn and create, the relationships you want to have, all of that is being stopped by fear. And you can't get past something that you don't know is there. So, to go full circle there, research is looking into what is there. And Zen practice is looking into what is there. Lost coins practice is looking into and seeing clearly what is there.